Hello, we are going to go over lesson 2.8, which is Algebraic Proportions. Our standard is CED.1, that's just about solving equations in one variable, and our objective is that students will be able to solve algebraic proportions. There are 3 steps to solving algebraic proportions that we're going to use every time. That will be helpful if we can just write these in our notes so then you know them. The first step is to cross multiply, and I'll show you how to do that in a bit. The second step is not always a step that you're even going to do. It's just if it's necessary, you're going to distribute if you need to. And then solve. So make sure you've got this right here in your notes. And you'll be good to go. Have a great day. This is going to be a really short lesson. We just have 2 examples and you have a short assignment on Google Classroom. We probably won't talk about it again until we do test prep stuff. I just want to expose you to it now so you know what to do when you see 2 fractions that are set equal to one another with a variable. That's an algebraic proportion. I'm a little backwards here. I have my examples out of order. I'm going to start right here. I'll zoom in so you can see. We're going to follow our steps to solve. Now, number 1, if you have your notes handy, you can see that it's to cross multiply. You may have heard of this before, you may have learned it, you may not have. You also may have heard of it as being like the butterfly method. It kind of looks like a butterfly-ish. So you're going to multiply the numerator of one fraction by the denominator of the other, or the top by the bottom. And you're going to multiply, I have them color-coded here, you're going to multiply those together. So it doesn't matter what order, because it's commutative, they're equal to each other. But we write it, 2 times 28 equals, and we have x times negative 8, when we know we write that as negative 8x, the x goes last. So we've cross-multiplied and we've written our problem, and now we just have to solve. And really, it's as easy as that. Not too many crazy steps here. So we've got 56 equals 8x, negative 8x, excuse me. Now we need to divide both sides. Remember, whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. We divide both sides by negative 8 to get x alone. Negative 7 equals x, and that's our answer. Or, like mathematicians, like x equals negative 7. I don't have a preference. Oh, and if you catch a mistake on my video, let me know. I did make a mistake on one of our other videos. I'll put a comment on there to fix it up. But if I make a mistake and you catch me, let me know so then I can correct it, give you extra credit, fix it, whatever we need to do. Because I am human, even though you haven't met me. I'm not a robot. So catch my mistakes for me if I make them. I think this one's right, though. Looks good. All right, now let's do the other example. Now this one looks a little bit different. Now don't freak out, or do, and then we'll calm down in a second. You'll see it's not so bad. It looks a little different because the numerator and the denominator of this fraction, the top and the bottom, both have a variable and a constant here. It's an expression on the top and the bottom. Now, a trick that helps me to remember how to make this work and look good, I am going to put them in parentheses to make them a quantity before I do anything else, because then I know that those stay together. They don't come apart right away, so they're staying together. So when you're doing your work and you're writing it down, go ahead and put the expressions in parentheses so you know that that is the quantity. They are homies for life. Okay. Let's cross multiply. Our strange looking butterflies here. And we're going to multiply. So we have 2 times the quantity, these stay together, x plus 9 equals, well, let's make our equal sign black. Equals 9 times the quantity, it stays together, x minus 5. So that's step 1. We've cross multiplied. Step 1, check. Step 2, distribute if needed. Now this is where that step comes into play. We do need to distribute here. And remember the distributive property, we take what's outside of the parentheses and multiply it by both pieces, both terms of the expression. Which means we end up with here 2x plus 18, and then equals, and we're going to distribute over here. 9 times x is 9x minus 9 times 5 is 45. They equal each other, and now, so step 2, check. Step 3 is to solve. We have to get all of our x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides, which leaves me with 18 equals 7x minus 45. I'm going to undo this subtraction by adding 45 to both sides. So we're left with 63 equals 7x. That went away. We need to divide both sides by 7 to undo the multiplication. And we end up with 9 equals x, or x equals 9. Way easier than algebraic proofs, hopefully. Hopefully we're feeling good. So all we have to do is follow our steps, and we'll be able to solve these problems quite quickly. We did step number 3 too.